Hello, hello, Fetu. It's your boy Makesh, and welcome back yet again to another video of my YouTube channel. So like, Buffet, on this video, like, we're gonna be talking about email etiquette. Like, we're gonna be sharing, like 10 email etiquette rules that every professional needs. So like, to those of you who don't know what email etiquette is, I'm gonna break it down for you. So like, email etiquette refers to the principles that guide our behavior. Like when we are sending and receiving emails. So these include guidelines for appropriate language, spelling, grammar, and manners as well. And my future, it's always important to like that we should remember that um proper email etiquette does not only allows you to maintain professionalism, but it also makes your communication more effective. It helps you to avoid costly mistakes. It helps you to build strong relationships within a workplace. And it also like represent your like your employer well. you know um and then with that being said, we're gonna move on to our 10 email etiquette rules. So I'm gonna start with the first one, which is avoid sending large attachments of it. Like it's very important that we avoid that at all costs. Because like they could be either blocked by the email server, or like they could take like the receiver like a long time to download them, like which wastes their time and data as well. So like files like videos and high quality photos, like, yeah, could be too large, so like the second one, which is always include a descriptive subject line. Like because like in many cases, like people tend to open like email based on like the subject line. So I guess like we all know that like the subject line is like a heading for your email basically. Like, and it should always summarize like the purpose of the email that you have sent. And the third one, which is use professional greetings of it. And like which is something that I always say. Like it's very rude like to send an email, like without greeting, like the recipient. So like it's very important also, like to learn how to use professional greetings. Like professional greetings such as DSA or Madam, yeah, because like we don't know these people again. So yeah, and also, what we can do also is like we can also greet them by their profession, like DA site manager or DA HR, So yeah, and again, like as much as friendly greetings, like are appropriate in like many types of emails, but it's always important to make sure that you know the type of audience that you are dealing with, like the type of audience that you're sending, like the email to, and the fourth one, which is pay attention to grammar. Like it's always important to keep in mind that the recipient cannot see your face or hear your voice. So to avoid sounding unfriendly or arrogant, it's important to choose your words wisely and carefully. And also like if you're the type of person that like that have a habit of like using like exclamation point, like it's very important to be careful, like to limit them, like when expressing maybe like your enthusiasm or like your excitement as well. And the fifth one, which is pay attention to grammar of it. Like it's always important to apply good grammar and spelling of it, like especially when you are sending an email, or like whether like you're sending a formal email of it. Like that's it, like that is very important, because like your grammar like is like what like it's like a reflection of your image, and like failing to do so like may make you appear like unprofessional, like careless about good communication of it, so guys, for now, like that's it. I hope you have learned this five like email etiquette rules. So please make sure that you stay tuned for another 5 email etiquette rules coming next. Away.